Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Bedomy and this is XCOM Chronicles. A show that chronicles the long war effort, against the alien invasion, basically. And I already introduced myself, so let's just skip that part. If you recall the previous episode, we rescued a former Triad member named Zhang, whom I'm controlling at the moment. I apologize for stuttering. This is honestly not something I'm comfortable with when it comes to talking. I mean, I'm a voice actor who works better with a script, but live commentary, that kind of kills me usually. That usually kills me. Anyway, I did mention what the classes did in the previous episode, but if you're a first-time viewer, I'll give you a quick summary about them. Snipers are basically your long-range to mid-range fighters who are more specialized in taking small steps and taking enemies from a distance. But in this case, I'm gonna move this sniper somewhere closer so he can get squad sight perk. That's a perk that enables him to see enemies that are in squad members' sight, which is quite useful for, well, snipers basically. Unfortunately, I do not have scouts. That unit that's more specialized in moving bigger range, has a bigger movement range and not much else, nothing else basically. But are great for spotting enemies and reporting it to you. But even better scouts usually survive those encounters. Anyway, moving on, this is a Rocketeer class. They are specialized in area damage and denying cover to the enemies. So I'm just gonna use this guy moving closer, somewhere around here, for example, and hope there is no enemies that can see him. Okay, I'm lucky. This is an engineer who specializes in providing support or being a nuisance to the enemies themselves. For example, this one has the flashbang grenades, smoke grenades, and even anti-personnel grenades, which I'll be demonstrating what they do in a matter of minutes. Since this is a small map, I'm sure we'll encounter the enemies pretty soon. My guess is they're somewhere around here, actually. And considering this is the month of May, or the third month in the game, I'm guessing we'll encounter muttons or something stronger as of right now. But that's just a wild guess. Anyway, the gunner, there is more of a suppression and target isolation. No, not isolation, more of a suppression and area control specialist. So I'm gonna move my gunner over here, where he can see
kids are in the back seat.
Most of the general areas. And getting some decent cover, actually. Okay, the infantry is your basic trooper class. They have decent range when it comes to movement and shooting and aiming, but they're not specialized in anything else than engaging the enemies and dealing damage to them. So for now, I'm just going to put her on Overwatch. No, wait. Steady aim, actually. This increases her chances of hitting the opponent by 20. So, yeah, I'm putting her on steady aim, and I recommend you come on. Yeah, I apologize. The Windows 10 in this game are not very friendly with each other. But as I mentioned already, always keep your. In Long War, you should use steady aim more often than Overwatch. For example,
I heard something moving.
But there are some classes that don't have such abilities. For example, the Assault, Assault. If you remember Zhang from the previous episode, we rescued him from the Triads, and he is promoted to Assault class, who are something of a stronger version of scouts and have they have longevity. Instead of just spawning enemies, they are also capable of killing them. And unfortunately, he's not able to move close enough to pick up the melt, which is a substance very useful for upgrading your soldiers later on in the game. But I do have run and gun, which enables him to move and shoot afterwards. More than usual. He can move in the yellow zone and shoot afterwards. So I might use. No, I'm not gonna risk it. I know there are enemies somewhere around here, so I'm not gonna risk it. just yet. I'm just gonna move him closer and reload the weapons for the future engagement. Okay, Rocketeer, get your back, go in. Okay, this guy's going.
Will do.
This is not a full cover, but it provides, it gives him some bonuses. Well, I mean, it's better than nothing. Here, for example, is full cover, which is not 100% secure, but he has better chances of surviving. But for now, I'm just gonna put him on steady the weapon and hope for the best. Okay, for now, I'm gonna move the Rocketeer. No, I'm just gonna. Excuse me. Nope. I'm gonna switch the. Yes, switching the sniper. Upwards and up she goes. Okay. Oh, that's decent movement range actually. So I'll put her here.
Moving.
She is just taking high ground, so she has some aiming bonuses and protection bonuses from enemies down below her. Now, I realize this is not 100% secure, but she might get lucky, and she usually is. And as I said, there's a mutton and there's a seeker. I mean, seekers and floaters. Oh dear, this is not good. Or, if I'm lucky, maybe I can shoot this guy. But first let's take a quick look what the enemy in question is. This is a mutton, one of the tougher enemies you will encounter in the game. They're not very bright or have strong willpower, so if you have psychically gifted troopers, you can pretty quickly panic them or even mind control them if you damage them enough. So for now, I'm just gonna give him some damage. Yes! Cover's denied. And my trooper is flanked, so I'll have to put the engineer in somewhere safer and use the anti-personnel grenade, which is very useful when you have enemies outside cover or if you can lob it behind them while they are in cover. This is my personally, I like this grenade more than any other explosive device due to the fact that it doesn't damage the items. There is a possibility that it will damage or destroy the enemy weapons or equipment, but it's still safer than the frag grenade. But there is a problem. If it depends when the grenade falls, it might do lesser damage. For example, 3 damage here. But if you position it correctly, there's a big chance that you'll kill the enemies immediately. 82 chance, and I'm gonna take it actually. She is enabling. Yes! One's down. Okay. And this is an infantry. And I forgot to mention, infantry troopers can shoot first and move later, or shoot again. So I'm just going to move her closer so she can see another enemy. And I'm going to move him again or somewhere else so he can provide some decent cover for the rest of them. But that's unfortunately, this one is the heaviest machine gun I have, so he's not able to use it to shoot or cover fire anyone. He can just hunker down or reload. So I'm just gonna reload the weapon now and hope the Rocketeer survives this. Oh boy, this is a problem. Seekers are quite capable of going invisible and strangling your characters when they get closer. Oh dear. Okay, this is a floater. He's but I'm digressing. The biggest problem in most of these situations is you have to prioritize who you want to kill first. I suggest you focus on drones or the flying units. That drones are usually the repairmen, or yeah, they can repair anyone, any mechanical unit actually. And yeah, she missed. Drones, like I said, are prioritized. This is the usual priority list I have. Flyers are supposed to be killed off first. Then the toughest enemy closest to you, and finally, any stragglers like sectoids or thin men are supposed to be killed afterwards.
I'm on it, Commander.
But considering that Thin Men are themselves area control specialists, well, not specialists, they're more of a nuisance due to their high aim and toxin ability. I suggest you kill. Really think of how could you miss this?
Can't kill him if you don't hit him.
I usually suggest you try and kill them off when you have the chance.
Acknowledged.
For example, floaters. Oh dear. Okay, it's a seeker. Seekers are, as I said, mostly melee units, but they are troublesome due to their low plasma guns. Okay, this floater is dead. As I said, this guy can float, or not just float. He can hover and fly away. It's to actually flank your other troopers. So when you do have a chance, I suggest you kill them immediately. If you're in the position. I apologize for stuttering. I'm not used to commenting actually. And how many times did I use it actually already? Anyway, I'm gonna move my Rocketeer somewhere safe and put him on Overwatch for now. Okay, one Seeker is missing, the other one's floating around. I'm guessing the drone's gonna fly upwards and try to end my sniper on the roof, or at least try to repair this one.
Kill him if you don't hit him.
Okay, Harris, don't fail me now. Harris, damn you! How could you miss? And this is a problem. Oh, okay, she's alive. She's alive. I was kind of expecting them to actually try strangling her. Oh no 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 no! Oh. Okay, she's alive. She's alive. She's just incapacitated for now. But unfortunately, I don't have medicines, which is a problem in itself. Okay, please kill him. Oh god, no no no! Now's not the time to lose his munitions. Please kill him. Please kill him. Please kill him. Or at least damage him. Oh, armor save. Why do you hate me so much?
Moving to position.
Okay, she cannot see anyone. Okay, do you see him? Okay. Sniper, end him. Okay. One enemy down. And who knows where the rest of them are. Oh boy. I'm guessing the Seeker is going to went upwards to finish the sniper off, finish off the sniper on the roof. So I'll try to send someone upwards and save her. If I get lucky. Come on. Okay, Melt's taken, and let's go. This is now mostly the matter of time. If I'm unlucky, I lose a trooper, but if I get lucky, I'll be able to kill a Seeker. And yes! Okay, I know where the Seeker is, I can kill him, I can save a trooper. I mean, engineer. And this is luckily, this is a Strangler. Which means that which basically means he'll restrain my troopers, and yeah, that basically means the trooper is restrained and unable to move, but he's taking damage per turn. Mostly 1 damage per turn. Harris, how can you miss?
No joy here.
Heading to
And
that location.
hopefully I can save. Nope. How can you not see him? Okay. Good thing I have running gun saved. Okay, we're going here. We're gonna kill him.
Moving on target.
This is very much luck based, actually, to be honest. 100% chance of hitting. Please kill him. And yes, Zhang, I love you. I'm so glad I saved you from the triad. Yes, and as you saw, my engineer was knocked out, and she's gravely wounded, and she will be recovering for 41 days, for a lot of days actually. But considering the rest of the squad wasn't injured or anything, they are just fatigued, which in the long war means they have to take a few days of. Which in the long war means they have to take a few days of to rest and recuperate. It's alright. The counting isn't easy. So they are capable of going on missions, but if they go, they'll be injured if they're still fatigued. So I'm not gonna use them for this. And luckily, I recovered a lot of corpses and materials which will be pretty useful when doing the autopsies or on gray market, which I'll demonstrate how it works right now. Gray market serves as, well, a market where you can sell corpses and items you've found for some amount of cash. It's not much, but it's useful when you're low on funds. For example, I'm gonna sell a couple of corpses. Yes, I did not research them yet, but I'm working on it. I'm not selling these, considering the fact they are worth more, but I have a limited supply of them, so not using this. I'm not giving up on these. They're good for research, and I can get rid of, let's see, not this, not that. Okay, that's about it. This is for demonstration, so I'm just gonna use it as it is. As you can see, I only have United States and Canada covered, and crap, Mexico is in the US. Anyway, if I manage to cover the whole continent with satellites, I'll be able to get a passive bonus. For example, we have Waze, which is American bonus, which gives me 25% reduction in time to complete autopsies and interrogations, which is somewhat sad considering I wasted one of the satellites on Brazil, but that's because Brazil was in the red, in panic when it came to panic, so I had to make some sacrifices. Anyway, I might be able to build additional facilities now. Let's see. Thermal generator. Yeah, I recommend you build thermal generators on Steam. Well, Steam Tally. Actually, I'm not sure what this is. Actually, it's Spaces. Yeah, I'm gonna call it Spaces. If you're able to build a thermal generator on Steam, in Tally's places basically, or try to build generators right next to each other so to get additional power. Fortunately, I'm incapable of building anything useful right now, due to limited funds and power, and manpower actually. So I'll give you a quick rundown what this green plus means actually. If there are two buildings built right next to each other, for example this satellite uplinks, I get one additional satellite slot on the map. This is adjacency bonus. It allows me to. It works not only with satellites, it works with laboratories, workshops, and repair bays or foundries. And considering I'm still building a foundry right now, I'll get additional work for engineers and I'll be quicker to finish some projects when this is done. When I finish the foundry. So this is building actually. I'm not gonna say actually again, sorry. But I can show you what repair bay does. I have some items damaged during the mission, so I'm gonna repair everything, and I did. Considering I'm using a longbow, I have enabled Miracle Workers perk, which allows me to repair anything without paying for it. So far that's it. Let's give you a quick demonstration of the research, and I think we can end this episode quickly. So this is what we have researched so far. Yes, not much. That's because I didn't have much scientists to start with, but I should be able to finish most of these projects pretty soon. But just a quick reminder: don't research priority missions first. It's a trap. You'll end up in. It advances the plot, and it means you'll encounter stronger enemies further on. So try to analyze everything else as quickly as possible. Well, depends on who you have, how many scientists you have. So that's about it. Thank you for watching. I hope this was a better episode than the previous one, and good night.